Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First thing first, let me introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Agus Sapuan Firdaus from Elementary School Teacher Education Study Program STKIP Muhammadiyah Kuningan. So now I will fulfill the English course resumed by assignment by Mr. Nanan Abdul Manan M.Pd. So let's go straight to the explanation. So, for the past 20 years, a woman named Mariana Pascal has been helping Malaysians and other Southeast Asians to speak better English. Through training thousands of Southeast Asians, she has discovered a very surprising truth. She has found that how well someone communicates in English actually has nothing to do with their level of English proficiency. It has more to do with the attitude towards English. Then she said there are people out there who have a very low level of English, but they still can communicate very well. In one case, she found a man who had a very low level of English, yet he could sit and listen anyone speaking English very calmly, clearly, and he could respond it. The question is how? How can the man respond that calmly but with a low level of English? One example is the same as when you have a child who wants to learn the piano. The child previously could not play the piano, but after several trials and a lot of mistakes made, the child can become good at playing the piano. And it is the same when we want to learn English. We should not be afraid of the failure when expressing English, but with the mistakes that make a motivation for us to be able to speak English better and better. And another example is when in an internet cafe, there is a young man playing a war game that requires shooting his opponent. The young man repeatedly tried to shoot the enemy in the game, but did not always hit. Many people around him saw him do it, but he did not pay any attention to it. The same is when learning English. We only have to focus on one goal that we want to achieve. For example, when in a conversation, we should be able to understand what is being said and expressed without having to care what the others think. And in learning English, also you don't think too much about whether the language used is correct, whether the grammar is correct, not those things that should be thought of, but purpose of a conversation that should be the main focus when in conversations. And then besides that, the thing to do when trying to speak English is to be confident, just to be confident. Because with high self-confidence, it will make us more able to express what we feel well. And so the last one is when you want to speak English with high confidence, the first thing you should do is when speaking, do not focus on yourself, but focus to the other person who is talking to you. Just focus on that and the result of the conversation. With that, you will be more able to understand English with full confidence. And yeah, maybe that is the explanation of the video entitled Learn a Language, Speak Like You're Playing a Video Game by Maria Pascal. Well, I apologize if there are still many mistakes in my pronunciations. Thank you for watching and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.